Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Azrael. I want to thank you again for tuning in. As always, before every video, I gotta thank you, my subscribers, for your likes, your subscriptions, your views, and your shares. This just lets me know that you guys really enjoy what I do, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Again, for those who have not seen my other two videos, I do want to thank you guys for expressing your heartfelt condolences during my time of bereavement. Um, I appreciate that a lot. To be honest with you, um, I really do. So today's video is actually going to go, excuse me, into two parts. Let me just move this over here. This is a bit distracted. It's going to go in two parts. The first half of this video is going to be addressing an issue that's recently cropped up over the last 24 hours. And then the second part of this video is going to directly address my subscription audience. Now, in a nutshell, what has happened over the last 24 hours was a gentleman by the name of Clifton Rainey, YouTube's biggest troll, has decided to poke the bear, and the bear got tired of getting poked. Now, he decided to put this all opened up over a video called the Tomby Awards. Now, I knew he was going to put my name in it. Again, I'm going to say this to be in hindsight retrospect fair. If you're going to put my name in the video, right? If it's funny, I'm not going to get mad. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. I've been poked fun of before, and even I had to admit, even though I was sore about it, if it's funny, it's funny. I can't expect people not to laugh, but it wasn't funny, straight up and down. So I made my response video back, and this is how we know Clifton stalks my channel, because I never tagged the video at all, and within 2.5 hours, he had another video up in response to my video up, which says a lot. That means Clifton stalks my content every day, which means if there's a slew of thumbs down coming, it's coming from Clifton and his camp. But that's not the problem. Now, shit got real last night when Clifton decided to make his response video and my wife came out of his mouth. Now, as in one man to another, I don't care what you say about me personally. I don't. However, when you drag my wife into it, I gave you fair warning. I gave you fair warning, fair pause to stop, reconsider what you're doing. But, he sat there, ladies and gentlemen, and he said, I didn't say nothing against your wife. And then later on came out and said what he said against my wife. I'm not going to repeat it because the very obscenity, it was obscenity laced, but the very fact that you said something so disrespectful, well, needless to say, as you can see, I'm very upset about it still. I understand that this is YouTube and people are going to say disrespectful shit. However, I, like so many other people, believe that you don't need to talk about another man's family. Now, I look at my wife as the person who protects my heart. You get what I'm saying? So when you speak about my wife that way, that's a direct attack on the center of my being. Not something I take very well. So, the exchange went back and forward, and in typical Clifton fashion, Clifton offered to come to New York City and fight me. I said, you know what? I want to see if he's man enough to follow up his word. So I said, I will pay for your ticket. Excuse me, I just burped. I stand by that. I 110% stand by that point. So much so that I will literally pay for his ticket on the day he's supposed to be here and get him on a flight, red-eye flight, February 1st, ready to go. Pay for his cab, pull him right to my door so we can do this. But typical Clifton is running his mouth. Now, this is where Clifton gets upset. And I said one simple thing. I said, take care of your mother. Do you love your mother? Nerve struck. Now let me explain the science behind all this. You see, I know for a fact, Clifton, that your mother is a very sacred entity to you. Just like my wife is a very sacred entity to me. And for all points and all purposes, when you cross that line in the sand, gloves come off. I'm telling you straight. I'm telling you straight to your face. I'm not going to hide behind a black fucking screen. I'm going to tell you straight out. I don't play fair. In fact, if you really want to know the depth of my depravity, I want you to understand something. I had the old Roman rule in mind. Usually, when you wipe a man out, you usually take his family with him. You leave nothing behind. I'm saying to this, and I know you, my fans, are watching this and you guys are horrified, but I want you to watch this video and I want you to watch the part 2 because I'm going to explain exactly who I am to all of you. And I understand it may rub some of y'all the wrong way, and I apologize, but this has to get out there. This has to get out there because I want these motherfuckers out here to know who you are fucking with. It's simple, Clifton. This is something that you created by your own doing. And the whole reason this issue even exists is over a lie that Tyrone told, saying I tried to sell Tommy's information to him when he has no proof whatsoever. Even in your video, there was no irrefutable proof, just freaking circumstance and your ability to try and out-talk someone to prove your point. So Clifton, for a beef that had nothing to do with you, you decided that you wanted to come after me. Even though I gave my social commentary, I tried to be cordial with y'all, I called your show, I tried to be respectful, all that, I gave my opinion, and I moved the fuck on. So because of that incident, you decided you want to poke the bear. Well, fine. Like I said in my previous video towards you, you had my curiosity, and now you've drawn my ire. I'm letting y'all know that this offer still stands. If Clifton wants to come fight, he can come fight. I'm just letting you know I'm not going to threaten you. I'm not going to say I'm going to kill you. I'm not going to do all that shit. I'm just telling you. If you come to New York City, you might want to come with a suit on. I ain't playing with you. All this shit did not need to happen, but it's happening because you were running your mouth. And I, for one, am not a man that sits around and lets someone disrespect my wife. That doesn't happen. Heaven forfend that I had children and you put my children's name in your mouth. Because at that point, I think anybody reasonable would agree you need your ass whooped. Badly. I think anybody reasonable could conclude that. I think anybody at this point could reasonably conclude, since you decided to talk about my wife so disrespectfully, that you need your ass whooped. When it was me, my subscribers were saying, don't feed into it. And again, I want to apologize to y'all because y'all should not see this out of me. Y'all have come to understand and respect me as a respectable gentleman. And I want to continue with that image because that's how I connect to y'all. But I have to let y'all know that I'm human too. And in addressing this wannabe man, you know, someone who wants to sully another man's family's honor, I take that very personally. You know, in other countries, Clifton, and I know you've been overseas, in another country, talking about another man's wife will get you killed. You know what I'm talking about. You've been there, so you know, you understand. See, I take what you did very personally. So as far as you being upset about a very ambiguous statement, I'm going to say it straight out. Fuck your feelings. If you feel that strongly about it, do something. But we know you're not going to do anything, Clifton. What you're going to do is you're going to get on the phone and you're going to run your mouth. You're going to hope that I call in so you can cuss me out. That's what you're going to do. So you're going to do. But that's okay. And then you want to tell people, come flag my shit down. Right. Just know that I downloaded the video. I have it as proof. So if anybody comes over here, start false flagging, I have the video in which you said, go flag his channel now. I have it. I wanted you to understand, Clifton, I am not one, when it comes to my family, when it comes to my wife, my pregnant wife, I am not the one with whom to fuck. My wife is pregnant. I just finished burying my grandmother. You are fucking with the wrong man. I promise you, Clifton, this is not a road you want to go down. All this goes away. You don't have to apologize to me about the things you said about me. I prefer that you didn't. But you can apologize for the things that you dragged my wife into, because she has nothing to do with this. I promise you. You keep going down this road, Clifton, it's not going to end well for you.